Well, the winds of change, they are a-blowing in Knoxville.
You know, the way I see it, this program has only one direction to go, and that's up. This program will not sink any lower. 5-7 is the low water mark for this university. Tennessee has never lost 8 games in the season, and it certainly will not lose 8 games in 2012. In fact, it is my personal opinion that the minimum win level for Tennessee in 2012 is 8. I would like to see 10 myself. Some people might say that's an unrealistic goal, but in my opinion, anything can happen. Look what Gene Chizik did in year 2 at Auburn. Look what Nick Saban has done at Alabama from year 2 and beyond. This is year 3 for Derek Dooley. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying Derek Dooley is cut from the same cloth as Nick Saban. I'm not saying he is of the same ilk. I'm not even saying that he is in Nick Saban's neighborhood when it comes to coaching. I'm just saying shit happens. Things can happen, and why not us? At some point, things have to start looking up for Tennessee football. The last 2 years have been 2 of the worst years in my life, probably 2 of the worst years in the University of Tennessee's life as a football program.
Well, just because there needs to be some sort of momentum going forward. There needs to be some sort of news that isn't negative, and I think Sunseri comes from a program now that has a lot of pedigree and always has, obviously, Bama football, but
I know there's going to be a load of Tennessee fans on the radio airwaves today crying about, oh, we're good with the Alabama guy. There's another Alabama guy up here sabotaging our program. Well, you idiots need to just sit down and shut the hell up. Sam Pittman, hired earlier this week, well, yesterday I believe, as our offensive line coach, replacing Hestand. Something you heard a lot of grumblings about this past season about our offensive line. Pittman comes over from North Carolina. And of course, today's big news, the getting of Sal Sunseri from Alabama. The way I see it, anytime you can snag somebody good away from a rival program, that's a good thing. So I don't know what you conspiracy theorist idiots are thinking. At the end of the day, the most important thing when it comes to football at the University of Tennessee is W's. Now, as most people see it, this is a make-or-break year for Derek Dooley. Most people say that if he goes 6-6, possibly even 7-5, he's done at UT. Others say he gets a 4th year regardless. Now, what does regardless mean? If they go 4-8, he's gone. They go 5-7, he's gone. That's my opinion. That's what I think will happen. Of course, I, nor you, depending on who you is watching this, but none of the Tennessee fans, at my level anyway, have any control over this whatsoever. Our job is to continuously support the Volunteers, hope for the best, and stay behind them no matter what, and that's what good fans do. Now, of course, we have the right to get pissed off when things appear to be lackadaisical. You pour your heart and soul into well, anything really, not just a sports team or a university. When you pour your heart and soul into anything in this world, in my personal opinion, you have the right to voice your opinion and your concerns about that thing when that thing is not living up to its end of the bargain. Go Vols.
Look at the bad things that happened to Tennessee that were of no control of Tennessee. You look at the bad things that happened at Tennessee that were a direct result of the actions of Tennessee. You look at the loss to Kentucky last year, which many of us Vol fans view as completely and totally unacceptable and something that should and will not happen again. Now, I'm not saying we're never ever going to lose to Kentucky again. That's absurd. But what I'm saying is a team that trots a wide receiver out there at starting quarterback should never beat Tennessee. In fact, Kentucky's best football team in most years should not beat Tennessee's worst. Things just happen sometimes. Last year was a shit happens kind of year for Tennessee. When it started going bad, it just kept snowballing downhill until it got to the point where every one of us was like, my God, what's next? And then something else would happen. And then you're thinking, good God, this has got to be the pinnacle of shittiness. And then something else would happen. And you're like, okay, this is done gone beyond absurd. There's no way anything else could possibly happen bad to this football team. And then something else happens. Then when you've got the pistol at your head, thinking, no way does anything else get worse at Tennessee, they come out and lose to Kentucky. And then, no way does it get any worse from here. This terrible season's over. Let's put it behind us. No way does it get worse. Then guess what? Then all the stuff surfaces about a lot of our players being prima donnas that don't want to listen to coaches, which a lot of us kind of suspected and could see on the sidelines anyway. Then you hear about players not wanting to compete and try hard because we're just going to a shitty bowl game anyway if we win. Well, certainly it couldn't get any worse after that. I mean, good God. No way. Then we start losing coaches and players. Okay, I am saying right now, today, Friday the 13th, a typically odd day, Friday the 13th, it cannot get any worse. Today is the day when Derek Dooley to address the media in a press conference announcing Sal Sunseri as our new defensive coordinator. This is the day things start moving forward and upward for the University of Tennessee. Go damn Vols. And the rest of you guys, hop in line, wait and see what happens. Have a good